My fiancée humiliated me by joking about our sex life to her friends, so I canceled the wedding and started fresh. After my fiancée mocked our sex life to friends, I called off the wedding. Now I'm moving states to start over. I, 27 male, have been engaged to my fiancée Amy, 26 female, for a year and was in a relationship with her for 5 years. We were due to be married this August. Now, I am also friends with Kylie, 26 female. We have been friends for a very long time, pretty much since we were babies, and we're almost like siblings at this point because her mother and my mother were best friends since they were in high school. Anyway, Kylie is part of the same tight-knit friend group as Amy. I always try to ask Kylie what Amy says about me because I know women like to discuss their boyfriends with their friend group. Kylie is usually tight-lipped, but if she does say anything, she always says how Amy loves me a lot and how Amy is so excited about marriage. Last month, I hung out with Kylie and her boyfriend at their house. Amy and I usually hang out with them for dinners, but Amy had gone out of town for a couple of days. Anyway, we all got pretty drunk and were laughing a lot. I was begging Kylie to tell me one bad thing Amy has said about me to her friends. After a lot of pleading, Kylie finally said that one thing Amy had joked about was how she had better sex before and I was not the greatest at lovemaking, but that she was with me for the complete package because she doesn't care about sex too much. I was drunk then, so I just laughed it off, but I felt somewhat stung. The next day, when I got sober, I felt extremely stung. I thought about it a lot, and when Amy came back from her vacation, I asked her about it casually. She initially denied it and said we always have amazing sex and she's always satisfied. I told her it really wouldn't hurt me if she told me the truth, and that marriage was built on honesty. I asked her again a couple of times. Amy finally admitted that she did, in fact, say that I was not the best at lovemaking to her friend group, but she was just joking about it because I had so many other great qualities she wanted to highlight. I laughed it off initially, but that stung me even more. I couldn't hide my mood over the next couple of days. I felt sad and like crap. Amy apologized a lot and said she did not mean what she said. A couple of days later, I told Amy I could no longer be with her and that what she told her friend group hurt me too much. I informed everyone over the next week that I was calling off the wedding. Amy was distraught and tried to convince me multiple times, apologizing a lot, but I was too mentally downtrodden. Am I the idiot? Some relevant comments. Does it seem weird to anyone else that the OP is begging his friend to tell him bad things his fiancée is saying about him? I'm just trying to imagine that happening in real life. If I thought my fiancée, now wife, had been saying bad things about me behind my back, I wouldn't have married her. This whole thing seems super weird. Wow, dude, you're definitely not ready to be married. Update: I understand I am insecure. I am not hiding the fact that I'm insecure. I just wish my fiancée did not tell her friends about my sex life, especially to Kylie. If Amy had only told me and not her friends, I would have definitely still felt hurt, but at least this would have only been between us. I definitely wouldn't have broken up with her either and would have even tried to improve our lovemaking life. I always asked Kylie what Amy thought about me because, yes, I was insecure, and I wanted to fix any of my flaws before marriage. But I never expected that it would have been about my sex life. I thought maybe a character flaw, maybe I wasn't romantic enough or not taking her out on enough dates or something along those lines, but never about my lovemaking life. I felt even more hurt after hearing that Amy said I wasn't great at lovemaking because Amy never gave me any indication of that in 5 years. But now I'm too ashamed to face her friends, especially Kylie. Kylie has reached out to me many times, but I'm too embarrassed to even text her now. I understand how my actions have led to a lot of unintended cascading effects. I know Amy is hurting really badly now because she was really excited about our marriage and future. My family is hurting really badly. Her family is hurting too. Kylie and Amy are no longer on speaking terms. I heard from one of my friends that Kylie broke up with her boyfriend, but I'm not sure if that's related to this incident. I already asked my company for a transfer to a different state, and I'm going to be moving to a different state in 2 months. I have lost not only my fiancé but also my best friend, who I've known my entire life. Yes, I am not in the best of places mentally right now, but I will try to start fresh in 2 months. Some comments: you've called off your marriage, alienated your best friend, and now are moving to a whole new state because your fiancé said you weren't great in bed. LOL, what the hell? That's wild, man. Hope you find peace within yourself someday so you don't keep doing this to yourself and to the people who have invested themselves into you emotionally. You're still young, so there's more than enough time to work on yourself. Please seek the help of a therapist. Breaking off an engagement and moving away is not a normal response to this type of situation. I'm genuinely concerned there are some undiagnosed issues lying beneath the surface. This was petty relationship drama that has cascaded into something else entirely because of your knee-jerk reactions. Please pause and reevaluate with the help of a professional. You're making too many quick decisions based on impulse, and based on the last post, that's not working out too well for you. Story 2. I'm in a tough spot right now and could use some advice. I, 40 male, recently found out that my partner, 43 female, has been cheating on me with her dealer for the past 4 months. I discovered this accidentally when I tried to call a car rental agency from her phone and stumbled upon the messages. To give you some background, my partner is an ex-model who has had a substance addiction for 10 years. We've been fighting about this issue since I met her 4 years ago. Her addiction has been a constant source of tension between us. She used to run her own company, but due to her substance use, she couldn't handle the responsibilities and ended up having to sell it. I was very frustrated with how she was running her company and warned her multiple times about what would happen. Unfortunately, I ended up being right. The affair started when her AP found her stolen car and bought it from the kids that stole it, then returned it to her for free. We live in a small town. This gesture apparently sparked their relationship. I travel a lot for work. I'm away 2 to 3 weeks per month, although I'm back home every weekend. She thought I was cheating on her, but I never even kissed another woman since I met her. I've been aware of her continued substance use while she was supposed to be working, and it led to a lot of arguments between us. I must admit that I haven't always been nice to her because of my frustration with her addiction and its impact on our lives. For context, I also use substances occasionally at parties, but not to the extent that she does. To make things worse, we had a huge argument when I confronted her about the affair, and the neighbors called the police. I ended up being detained for 48 hours, although she told them I didn't do anything to her. Under local law regarding domestic violence, the police have the right to detain a suspect for up to 48 hours, even if the victim does not press charges, as they are required to investigate any potential threat thoroughly. This whole incident has put my job at risk. After I was released from the police, I left the house and moved in with my brother in a town nearby, about a 40-minute drive away. When I left, she attempted self-slaughter that night, mixing alcohol, substances, and medicine. The police had to break into the apartment. I had warned them that she had threatened to harm herself. I also informed her parents and best friend, but nobody believed her. She had made such threats many times before. She spent 48 hours in a coma but ended up being okay. I couldn't breathe for 48 hours. I have to say that I still feel guilty that she's struggling so much, and I don't know what to do. She has lost her company, her family doesn't want to support her anymore, I left her, and she doesn't have many friends here. We've only seen each other a couple of times since I left her, and we had amazing sex. I do miss her every day, still, and I care about her well-being. Am I crazy? She constantly expresses how sorry she is. When we met, she broke down in tears apologizing for what she's done. She writes me long messages explaining how deeply she feels the guilt and how desperate she is to make things right. She sought therapy on her own to try and understand why she did what she did and to try to forgive herself. Her remorse seems genuine, but the pain and betrayal I feel are ruining my life. I'm feeling lost and unsure of what to do next. I still love her. Has anyone here been through something similar? How did you handle it? I need some guidance and support right now. Thank you for taking the time to read. Some relevant comments. Why are you in a relationship with an addict? It sounds like a codependency situation where you're enabling her use by not leaving her. I was in this situation for many years, and I broke off my relationship so I could focus on kicking my addiction. There is a part of me that is addicted to her. Yes, that is the main issue. Now you know you're addicted, and you've said it yourself. What are you going to do to kick your addiction? You can't ask her to get over her addiction if you can't even do the same thing. Both substances and her are bad addictions. Take the step. Every time you see her, you're relapsing. Get therapy and sign yourself up for a program. You're addicted, and you need help. Yes, I am downplaying and classifying my own cocaine use as casual or only during parties, and it really is self-justification. Substance use is substance use. You need to get yourself to the point where you view it that way in order to truly help her through her addiction. Get your own therapy when you can and digest all of this with them to figure out what it is you want to do. What do you value in a relationship, and what about this relationship with her aligns with those values? I'm not going to tell you what is right or wrong when what you have is a mess that is going to take a great deal of time to recover from, whether you give it another chance or not. I do really think therapy could help you understand yourself and your personal values better, which ultimately should bring you to a healthy decision. Whatever you do won't be easy. Every option is going to be hard, and you have to determine what kind of difficult you are willing to accept. Maybe after some therapy and time apart, if you are interested in keeping that door open, you could suggest couples counseling for both of you. Not suggesting making any rash decisions without the utmost forethought. I do want to add that she doesn't have any access to your funds, right? No joint accounts, shared credit cards? I don't want to assume the worst of her, but if she is a recovering addict, ensure your finances are separated from hers throughout all of this. Reply: I have considered therapy but didn't have the time yet. I'm almost always away during the week, and it is really difficult for me to make doctor's appointments. She does not have access to my funds, and I still believe she would never steal from me the same way I believe she would always be faithful. Thank you very much for your contribution. Story 3. So we've been together for 15 years, married for 11. We have 2 kids who are 8 and 13. Our relationship was good up until about 3 years ago, and we've been in a back and forth argument ever since. About 3 years ago, the fight started because she was uncomfortable with me having female friends. However, these female friends were mutual friends we always hung out with. I wasn't spending time alone with other women, it was always in a group setting. She felt like I was putting her second, while I felt like she was overreacting. Any rational person would feel like she was overreacting, including our therapists. This went on for 3 years, and any time I had any contact with any of our friends' wives, she'd give me a bunch of crap for it. She'd tell me I wasn't respecting her boundaries. This contact with these women could be as simple as conversing with them in our big group text, which my wife is a part of, or liking a Facebook post or something similar. I'd had enough of this crap about a week ago, and after a fight over me being Facebook friends with a female coworker, I kind of lost it on her. I told her that she was being irrational and that any rational person would agree with me. I told her that she has some serious issues and that she needs to get them worked out. For the next few days, she was having panic attacks and was just really off. She told me that she needed to tell me something and proceeded to tell me that, about 6 months after we got together, after a fight we had, she slept with an ex-boyfriend. I told her I needed some time, but that I could probably get past it. The next day, she was still having panic attacks. She said that she hadn't been completely transparent. She then proceeded to tell me that the ex-boyfriend story was completely fabricated. She then told me that 13 years ago, months after our son was born, she went on her lunch break at work to a coworker's house and had sex with him. She said that she did this because she liked the attention he gave her. We were in a good place in our relationship at that time, and I was giving her plenty of attention. She said that she immediately felt guilty about it and never told me because she didn't want to hurt me. I am not only hurt because she cheated but also because she kept it a secret for 13 years. I love her, and she loves me, but I just don't know that I can get over it. I guess I'm just looking for advice from an outside perspective. What do y'all think? Update. I'm sure you all thought I was dead or something because I never updated that post. I tried to stay for my kids, but I was miserable and pretty much stayed drunk for 2 years. I finally left a couple of months ago. I moved into my lake house, and I'm sober now. Things are looking better for me. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you really like our videos, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.